So you just received your, oh, by the way, I'm Doug from Metro. You just received your S2FE conversion. What we're gonna install today is our newest product, which is developed specifically for the 22R hood. So this is brand new. So you just unboxed your kit and this is what you're gonna get, all right? So I just quickly wanted to show you how the hardware is set up. So your big bag is going to be for the vertical panels, all right? And in the bag, you're going to have your hardware, and it's got color-coded dots here. These dots will coincide with the dots that are on the panel themselves, okay? So pink dot, pink hardware, that bolt's going to go right there. The yellow dot is for the bigger bag, which holds the brackets alone, and these are going to attach up here, and you'll see that shortly, and so on. The yellow goes on the bottom. All right, so let's start with the installation. These pieces are going to be attached with 3M tape, but before you peel it, I want you to take the piece and I want you to hold it up to the hood and familiarize yourself with how they're going to go on the hood. Come on over here for a minute. I'll show you guys what's going on. So this is a bike that we just finished building, and we're going to use this one to demonstrate the installation. So this is going to be the attaching point. But before you peel it, I want you to hold it up in here so you can see exactly where it goes. We've made this groove so that fits right up underneath the hood, and you can see it's lined up really nice, and it sits nice and flush, and this is how it's going to be secured. You're going to peel the tape, you're going to get it in place. Now this has 3M tape, but what I would recommend is that we put a couple of small areas in here. We're gonna put like a silicone sealant. I've got a small tube. You can get this at any hardware store. This is just clear adhesive. The 3M tape will hold it in place and should be sufficient, but adding this is just your security so your nice painted piece don't come off from like vibration or something weird. Every once in a while, I would just check it to make sure it's on there secure. So we'll peel the tape. We're gonna put some silicone on it. After we peel the protective backing, one hint is, and this will help it adhere better, peel this off and hit it with a heat gun. A heat gun, a hair dryer, it'll warm up the adhesive, kind of activate it and make it stick better. So you're gonna peel that back and you're gonna set it in place. So we're getting ready to throw this on. So we heated up the 3M tape. I put some of that silicone adhesive. We already test fitted it, so we know where it's gonna, look best. So what we're gonna do is, hold this for a second, Bill. I got a little microfiber towel. We're gonna set the piece up. I'm sure everybody's gonna have nice fresh paint, so we wanna be easy. So we're gonna get the piece in place and then we'll lock it. We're not trying to squeeze it down. We don't want to blemish fresh paint, so we're just gonna hold it in place. The 3M tape is gonna hold it in place. The adhesive is gonna ensure a lasting, attachment. We prep the inside with our alcohol pad that comes with the kit. So now let's just get it where it needs to go, and then we'll clamp it up. So that's it. There you go, that's it. So the preamp tape's holding. This will ensure that it stays where it's at while everything sets up. And we got a nice clean fit. Tape it in the back so we won't rub. All right, so the next piece we're gonna install is the vertical panel. So this is an existing bolt. This is an existing mount. But these two right here are gonna be the trickiest of the whole kit, all right? So this one's been pre-fit, so we've already done some of the work. But what's gonna happen is we're gonna put this piece up here, and we're gonna attach the center mounting bolt first. Once we get that set, we're gonna move up to the top, and then that will give us a guide to mark our holes down here and drill our holes, all right? So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the center mount. Okay, let's begin the installation. So we're looking at the panel. We're gonna start with the center mount. And what you're gonna have to do is there's a T40 Torx bolt that's holding the factory headlight bezel in. So you're gonna take that bolt out. T40 Torx bit. Remove the factory mount, and then we're going to replace it with the bolt that comes with the kit. So the back of the panel is a pink sticker. You look in the pink bag, and it's going to be these. So we've got the bolt. The bolt goes in like so. We're going to use a number 4 metric Allen key. Right. Remember, when you're fitting these up, there's going to be some adjustment. So I would say get them started, get a couple of threads turned, leave it kind of loose because you're going to want to adjust it as you go. If you tighten it right from the start, it may be tightened up too much, too less. So let's just go slightly hand tight, and then we'll make our adjustments. We're going to have to adjust here, and then we're going to make our hole. So we're going to go up behind the blinker bezel, and to do that a little bit easier, we're going to tilt the hood forward. Our piece is secured in place, so that won't move. So with that same number 4 Allen wrench, there's a small bolt behind the blinker assembly, and we're going to remove this. I want to show them where that's at. This one right here. And so now we're going to go to the green bag of the hardware. The green bag is the main bag, and we need these 2 little brackets right here. Hardware already come on the little piece of aluminum manual. So this slotted groove is here for adjustment. So we're going to put that in the hole like so. Put the washer on, the big washer on the bottom to protect the fiberglass, and then the nut on last. Alright. So now this little bolt right here is going to allow us to come in and out, and to get to the proper gap on the piece that we just attached in place, which is what we call the fender flare. All right, so just snug in place. All right. Ready? This is what you want to look for right here. So this gap is important. You don't want to have the panel in too much. You don't want to have it out. You want the panel to be out so it's just barely touching right in here. I mean, you don't even want it to touch, because the more it's touching, it's going to rub. So if you have 1/4 of an inch away, I think that gap is perfect. So we're going to get this snug, and then that will allow our panel to sit close to where it needs to be. With a little bit of force, we'll get it where we want. We'll mark our hole down here and here. Then we're going to take our drill with our 1/4 inch drill bit, and then we're going to drill this panel down here. So we have a hole and a hole. It's easily accessible. You can go right behind here. You put the bolt through. Washer on the outside to protect your paint. That one's gonna go there. That one's gonna go there. Okay, now that this is all set, the next thing is going to be the eyelid. And this is just a nice aesthetic feature that finishes up the, the look, makes it really nice and smooth. It will require drilling 2 holes. So these holes will come pre-drilled. We're just going to have to get up underneath here and drill into the bottom of the headlight bezel. So this is held in place where it needs to go. So we could do that next. So, ready. All right, so we're gonna do the eyelid. Orange dot, orange hardware. So these are just basic 6 mil. With a 10 mil, you're gonna need a 10 millimeter wrench and a 10 millimeter socket on an angle wrench. So all stainless steel hardware, so you ain't gotta worry about nothing rusting in the future too. It'll last a long time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our piece and we're gonna set it in place. And the main things that need to line up is this edge. So we want this line to be even, and we want it to come out to the edge. And because our holes are already drilled, hold it in place, get it where it looks good. Take your magic marker, make a dot. You're gonna take your 1/4 inch drill, the same drill bit you used to drill these holes down here. We're just gonna drill up. We're gonna drill up. We're gonna have our 2 holes. That's already been done, so we can kind of speed up the process for you. So we're gonna hold this piece in place, put our hardware. One goes up here, and the second will go back here. To get your hands behind here is a little bit tricky. The more stuff you take off, the easier the installation will be. You don't necessarily have to. This one has a lot of wiring for a lot of aftermarket LEDs. So a little hint is I'm gonna pop the hood. I'm gonna show you a bolt to take out, which makes the installation easier. With your with that same T40 Torx bit, if you remove the bolt in the corner here that holds the bezel, it's gonna make it real easy to do the installation. So as you can see, we got a lot of wires back here that are kind of in the way from getting your hands back there. But just by taking that one bolt out, you give yourself a couple of inches of swing. Now, you don't want to pull it too much because you got a bolt here into the blinker bezel and you don't want to crack your mounting tab. But by removing that bolt, you'll be able to pull the bezel out and feed this feed your mounting bolt in this corner. This one's really easy to get to, but the other one, you know, is kind of hard. So opening that up, you could put your hardware in, get that one in, push it back in place, and this one's pretty easy. Now I'll kind of go through that right now so you guys can watch. Put the bolt back in the bezel.